Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and this is our first video after our live update video. If you haven't watched that video, guys, so basically last week there was a massive layoff in our company and we got laid off. So right now our only career is to make YouTube videos. So if you guys like what I'm doing here, if you want to support me, please consider subscribing to the channel. A sub would be really helpful. This is our main job as of right now, and giving ourselves 6 months to build something here. So yeah, that's it. And this track this week, the last track of this season, is a really tricky session. Even after trying for few hours, I wasn't up to the pace with the guy who has the fastest lap. He was half a second faster than us, but I think we are doing a pretty decent time here. And if you guys are able to achieve what we are doing consistently in race, you will end up having a pretty decent result. Let's get started with the video with a quick flying lap around the track, and then we'll break down how to achieve the time that we achieved and what all mistakes can you avoid while driving here. So now let's try to break down the lap and see where we can gain even more time. Going to the first turn, you will brake just after 50-meter board, brake in a straight line. You can brake a little later than us. As you can see, under braking, the guy in who has the fastest result has gained a lot of time on us, and you will have to hook the corner. You will have to use a lot of steering lock and try to be as close as to the left hand side as you can. Going through a slight lift and brake just after the curb and brake in a straight line, and this is another tricky corner, but you will again have to hook the apex and try to be as tight as much as you can and full throttle ahead. These two next corner are pretty tricky ones. They can give you a false hope that you can accelerate faster, but if you get on the gas too early, you will go run wide, braking just before the 50-meter board, brake in a straight line and try to cut as much as you can. You can see we are pretty far away from the apex now, braking just after the 50-meter board, just as the curbs end right here. This is the tricky corner. You will have to do a lot of turning and you will have to be patient before getting onto the throttle. Exit here is really crucial because this is a pretty decent straight. You can lose a lot of time if you don't have a pretty decent exit. Now going into the last corner, you need to hit this corner pretty good, because if you don't, you will end up losing a lot of time on the straight. Braking just before the 50-meter board, like around 75-meter, hook the apex, and you can go a little wider than here. Just try to keep your two wheels inside the white line, and this is our lap. We posted 116.726, almost 6 tenths slower than the guy in the fastest, who has the fastest time. Going to the corner, you can see what we are doing. You can see we are trying to remain as tight as we can. This is a corner that will heat up your right front, and your right front will take a lot of beating in this track. So you will have to manage it in the race. Lift here, hit the apex, and brake in a straight line. And again, try to be as tight as you can. I think we could have gotten on the power a little earlier, or I think we hit it pretty decently. These two corner coming up next are pretty tricky. Braking before the 50-meter board. So you can see we were a little wider here. We can gain easily 1 to 2 tenths here, and you can see I think we hit it pretty decently, but there is still another 2 tenths here. But it is always easier said than done, because in the race you will have to look out for other drivers, what they are doing around you. So if you are able to post the time that we are posting consistently, you will have a pretty decent result. You can see we were able to hit the curve. We can hit the curve even more and go a little more wider through here. And yeah, we were 6 tenths lower than the guy. Let's see what the guy does in the with the fastest record. You can see he is pretty aggressive here, and you can see how much title line he is holding through here. But this aggression, I don't think so you will be able to keep it in race, because this heats up your tire. And right before 50-meter, he lifts and hits the apex and breaks in a straight line. And you can see he will be even tighter than us. He's onto the curb, and he has a pretty decent exit through here. I think this is his strong suit. He's gaining a lot of time here. Now let's see where he breaks. He breaks after 50-meter board, and he is able to drift the car and hit the apex. We didn't have that much confidence. That is easily 2 tenths there. And I think he could have been a little better here, but yeah, no complaints from him. He's 6 tenths faster than us. So yeah, now let's see where he breaks at the last corner. I think because we brake pretty early, yeah, I think we are braking at the same place, but he is able to take the curb more than us. And you can see his two tires were out of white line and two tires were inside the white line. So there is another 2 tenths there. So guys, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and drop down a comment for what you want to see more on this channel. We will also start live streaming Automobilista 2